So I imagine if you're watching this video right now, you probably experienced, or maybe even experiencing right now, this feeling of emptiness, the same void that was shown to us in a very beautiful way in the movie Thunderbolts. And usually I'm not a big fan of Marvel. I'm a fan of original Marvel movies. Up until the Endgame, I was a big fan watching everything. It was a great cinematic universe, and I'm a big fantasy guy, so every time there is a very interesting detailed universe, I'm there for it. But at some point it already felt like a lot of work, different parallel universe, a lot of characters, just TV shows, movies. It's like if you missed something that you missed a lot, and it's like, okay, I'm tapping out, that's it, no more Marvel for me. But for some reason, probably due to a lot of positive feedback towards this movie, I decided maybe I should go and watch Thunderbolts. My friend called me and I was like, maybe, nah, yeah, okay, I'm a little bit bored, my family is abroad, I have nothing else to do, so let's watch it. And up until some moment, I was watching the usual Marvel generic movie, some action, some jokes, some of them landed, some of them not so much. I was just enjoying a summer movie, if you want to call it that way. And it's not like I didn't feel anything for Yelena. Her struggle to find her place in the world is something that we can all relate to. Especially right now, in the modern era, when religion is already not so much an opium for masses, and it's not there to fill the void and emptiness and give our life some purpose for most of us. And I'm not like going, I'm not saying anything bad about religion, not that I'm saying anything good about religion. It usually depends on the person practicing this religion, but it's not the topic right now. The topic right now is the personification of the void, of this emptiness. And in Bob's case, it's due to a severe trauma, having an abusive father like that, and just talking about this already makes me angry. I have a son, I'm a very new father, I'm like 5.5 months, but every time I'm thinking about somebody abusing their own child, I'm looking at my child, and I'm sorry I'm making it too personal right now, but those people, the people that mistreat their children, should be buried underneath the floor of every prison without the option to see the light of day. This is my opinion, I'm not forcing it on anybody. Anyway, coming back to Thunderbolts, we are seeing that not only Bob have this issue, all of the characters have some kind of an emptiness inside of them. Not necessarily due to some serious trauma, which I really liked about this movie, because if you're watching this video right now, you can feel this emptiness even if everything is okay, and you don't have to feel guilty about it, even if you have enough money, even if you have friends and everything, and all of your needs are basically covered. It is still okay not to find your place in this earth, not to find those meanings that you need for your life. And it's okay to search for them. And this emptiness that all of us, probably most of us, have in our life, we are trying to fill with different kind of things. And it's very interesting once again because this movie works very well with our psychological theories that we have right now, humanity. If you are looking at Bob, one of the most common things that people do during their trauma, during depression, whatever it is, maybe it's PTSD, maybe it's something else, one of the first things with copium is escapism, and many times it happens with a substance abuse, which we have seen with Bob. He's going to Malaysia. First of all, he's escaping something. Usually people are going to India, to Malaysia, to whatever, to the Buddhist temple, something like this, to search for themselves. You are here. You're already here and here. You don't need to go anywhere abroad to find yourself there. Usually it's just, something that basically, I think it's a marketing trick. But anyway, this is just me, my opinion. Once again, I'm not forcing it on anybody. The second thing that people with trauma usually happens to them is the thoughts of grandiosity. This is something that was happening to me. I was always feeling like I'm destined to something big. And when reality hit and I was not meeting my expectation, let's say my motivation for living became less and less powerful. And about 5 or 6 years ago, I was really feeling what Bob is feeling in this movie. I couldn't see any motivation to basically even get up. I was hit with a very serious disease with my stomach. I wasn't able to eat anything tasty. I was just eating white rice, drinking water, and maybe some tea. And it was fucking horrible. And then with depression, more fever, tinnitus, noise in my ears. Basically, I couldn't rest even for a second. No escape. You cannot go anywhere to escape this noise because it's there with you all the time. Whether you want to go to sleep or you're watching a movie or you're going for a walk with your dog, whatever it is, you have this noise inside of your ears, which is fucking annoying once again. And it just became to pile on each other. And yeah, maybe in the end of this video, I want to share with you a couple of points that helped me to get out of this. But once again, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a trained doctor or something like this. I cannot give you advice what to do. I can just tell you what I did. Whether this is something you want to try by yourself or not, this is already for you to decide. Now, coming back to the movie, what I really enjoyed, like this was the biggest selling point for me, is that the Void was not defeated with fists. And it's not only that it wasn't defeated with fists, it wasn't defeated because usually you cannot defeat it, you cannot make it go away. Like once again, sorry, bringing my personal life to it. Like just a couple of months ago, I was freelancing, I was editing videos for many different businesses. One of the businesses was actually a clinic for, substance abusers who wants to recover. And one of the things that most of them know, and usually the people that work in this clinic are, past users of said substances. You cannot get rid of it for 100%. It stays with you. Stays with you forever. You just learn how to live with it and how to control it. And I think it's very similar to this feeling of void, of emptiness and depression. You can try to feel it with religion. You can try to feel it with work like Elena did. You can maybe try to feel it with family and friends, etc., etc., etc. And some of those can actually work for you. They can actually fill this void and be there for you every time you're feeling that somebody's knocking on the door, standing there and saying to you, hey, come over here. This is the place where we can all be sad together and maybe think about some things that not really recommended to think about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But I think what they showed us in the movie, which is in the first glance is very cliche, like it's like, we are all friends and let's hug each other, and the journey was the friends we made along the way, and love was the strongest thing, and all of those, like 100% formulas that we have seen already in many, many movies. But once again, if you look a little bit deeper, during PTSD, during trauma, during depression, one of the best things you can do is surround yourself with people who understand you. Bob is not being hugged there in the end of this movie by just some heroes or some of his friends. He is being hugged by people who experience the same shit like he did. Yelena had to kill her best friends when she was a child. This shit is traumatic, to say the least. Alexei, once again, probably not something that we have seen in the movie, but it was told that it's something with the Gulag. We have Bucky there, enough trauma for like 25 people there. We have everybody have their own trauma there. So being surrounded by people that can understand you can serve as the strongest support group for you right now. And if you are actually watching this video and you're thinking to yourself, okay, I've seen this movie, it made me feel seen, my trauma is being seen, my emotions are being seen, but is there anything I can do right now to make myself feel better, to make this emptiness go away for 100%? Once again, I don't think it's bad news when I'm saying to you that you probably cannot get it away for 100%. You probably cannot make it disappear entirely. It's there. It's part of you. Just like with Bob. In the end, in the credit scene, what I really enjoyed is when he was saying like, yeah, if I'm gonna bring Sentry back, the Void guy is also gonna come back. Because he is there. Actually, I don't know if you know this, but in the 80s, a psychologist, Richard C. Schwartz, I think, he made a therapy model called ISF. And it basically says that our personality has different types of sub-personalities. We have managers, we have exiles, and we have firefighters. We have ourselves, obviously, and we have the managers that basically make sure that all of our thoughts and all of our emotions are in control. We have the exiles. This is the trauma stuff. This is the abusive father. This is you killing the your friend while you were a child. Those are those small rooms that Sentry is sending us to in order for us to face our fears, to face our deepest trauma. This is when we are closed. For Walker, it's, losing his family because of his own detachment, because of his own pain. Everybody has this small room. This is the exile. Now, the firefighter in this situation is actually the Void. This is somebody, like, look at Bob. He is harmless. There's like zero ounces of danger in him. He's completely unintimidating, 100%. Just like many people with trauma, our self is not really threatening. But when we have, once again, the firefighter is being triggered when our trauma, where our exiles are triggered. Just like with Bob, his thoughts of grandiose, of, like I told you, the copium, of escapism, everything is triggered at some point, and this is when Void appears. And Void will hurt you and will hurt everybody who's around you. So for me, when I watched this movie, it was, as I told you, most of the movie, it was like, yeah, generic Marvel movie, yeah, action, yeah, funny Alexei there, sometimes landing some good jokes, sometimes not so much, whatever. But when he was already fighting the Void, Bob was fighting the Void, I already felt like if he's gonna defeat it right now, I'm just gonna be so upset because it's gonna crush me. Okay, because seeing this clear understanding of what trauma actually is will be a biggest betrayal of them all in this movie. I mean, of course, I'm talking just about this movie. But seeing once again the end credits scene when we are just, Bob is normally just sitting on the couch and he's saying, yeah, it's still there. I'm just learning to live with it. And we can see in his face that it's not 100% completely gone. And I hope that even if they're gonna make it completely gone at some point, it's gonna be done in this same very, thoughtful way. Just like they did. It's not going to be presented to people who are suffering through trauma like some kind of a magical cure, because there is no magical cure. You just need to learn it, how to control this shit, how to make sure that it doesn't affect your daily life, how to make sure that you appreciate your life when it's not there even more. I wouldn't call it a blessing, obviously, because fuck this shit, it's horrible, but simultaneously knowing that it's there, knowing that I can control it every day makes me appreciate life even more and understand what I can lose if I once again let my control down, if I once again let those intrusive thoughts to go there and try. And sometimes it happens. Sometimes I watch a movie and it makes me sad, and it makes me think that maybe I still didn't find my place in this world. Maybe I still don't have any purpose in life. Sometimes it happens, but once again, I know how to control it, just like Bob in the movie. Hopefully he will get better, and hopefully each and every one of us will actually get better at it too. Now, as I promised, and you can switch off if you wanted to switch off, you already switched off. But if you're listening still, you're probably interested in what I did to actually get out of this. So just a couple of things. First of all, I found my safe haven. This is the escapism part. I was just listening to Wheel of Time books. Okay, this was my place to escape. I could just put some headphones, and for a couple of hours, I was not here. I was in a different world, which once again, it's not a cure, it's not a solution, and maybe it's not something that's gonna work for you. But for me, it's nice that I had a place where I could escape for a while, that I didn't have to face the future and what it's gonna be and everything, and the financial problems and blah, 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 and what am I gonna be in this life, or if this life is gonna be whatever it is for me, if I ever gonna find my place, what is my goal, whatever, like all of those intrusive thoughts, I could shut them off for just a couple of hours, escape into one of my favorite fantasy worlds. This was my safe haven. I would watch some YouTube videos after that about Wheel of Time, and it helped a lot. Now, also, you can probably already know by yourself that whatever happens here usually affects the rest of your body. Your hormones, your physical stature, how healthy you are. So I just thought to myself, how can I increase the dopamine in my body? Once again, this is like the hormone of happiness, and you can increase it with substances and shit. But luckily I already knew that it's just a very temporary increase. And if you're increasing it through substances, after that, they are tanking even lower, and your body forgets how to basically create it by itself, through its own cells, through the, whatever it is that comes into your body. And yeah, so what I did to myself, I just set some small goals that I knew I had strength for them, and I knew it will take me like an hour, half an hour to do them, just to feel some sort of a success. Like, I want to wash my dishes. I want to clean my computer, like delete all of the unnecessary files. I wanted to see my desktop clean. I just wanted to maybe clean the room, clean the living room, whatever, clean the apartment, just to do something that doesn't require me here, something I can do on autopilot. But in the end, I will eventually feel like, okay, This is a success. This is a V I can put for myself. This day was not completely empty. I did something. I made some kind of a progress. It worked for me. The third part is being surrounded by friends and family. And as I told you in the beginning of this video, most of the time it's not going to be enough. Because luckily, at least for me, none of my family and friends or my soulmates, once again, I thank God for it, couldn't understand me for 100% because they didn't experience it. And hopefully they will never experience it. They were there for me. They never were tired of me. They were always there to support me. But sometimes you just need somebody who can actually understand you. And the best thing that happened to me at some point, and I understand this is not something that can happen right away, I needed to go through a lot of things to reach this point. I just said, fuck it. Okay, I don't really care anymore. There's just two ways for me from this moment on. You go left, your life will always look like this shit. Always depressed, always lack of motivation, always feeling sad about yourself, always feeling like there is no future for you, like there is absolutely no point in living. And I don't want this. I know that I don't want this, and I understand that for a lot of people, even having this emotion of you don't want this anymore, you want to fight it, is not something they can master themselves to right now. Once again, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I did. But at the point when I decided that's it, I'm just living my life. I'm faking till I make it. It's okay. I'm going to work. I'm going to put on a smile. I'm going to do whatever I can. I'm just going to... Every time there is going to be some kind of an intrusive thought that's going to tell me that it's all pointless, I'm just going to power through. Okay? And everything that happened before that helped me at some point to actually power through. And now I can rest. Now I can everything like it's been already many years. Thankfully, whatever it is, I don't know if you're superstitious or not, I'm sometimes. Whatever. It helped me, and I know it's still there. And I know it can come back. But once again, I know exactly how to fight it. And I think this is the best thing that can happen to us. Now, Bob knows how to fight it. I know how to fight it. And I really hope if you still didn't find how to fight this feeling, how to make it go away and stand in the corner there, I hope that you will find it too, whatever it is that it's needed for you. But I encourage you to seek help. Don't try to fight it alone, whatever it is. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it's not the usual format, and it's just something that I really wanted to talk about. I watched the video on Friday. I thought to myself whether it's something I should do or not do, because probably not a lot of people gonna watch it. But sometimes you have those videos, you know, like fuck it, even like 5 people gonna watch it, it's still good. Hopefully it's just gonna help somebody, maybe just even feel seen a little bit more. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, do whatever you want. If you didn't like, let me know in the comments what do I need to improve. And as usual, I want to thank everybody who supports me on Patreon and YouTube. And thank you so much for your financial donation. It makes me motivated, and it makes me think that there is a future for this channel. So thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me. And I see you on the next one. Meanwhile, bye!